And now from the CFTK TV studios, this is Open Connection, brought to you by Rio Tinto Alcan.
As owner of North Coast Health and Fitness, Ashley Whittington sees a lot of transformations. He says he is proud to help others get to their personal best while weight training.
Oh, it's awesome. We have a really good turnout. Lots of corporate sponsors. It's been a great process putting it together. I know Adam Mirenko is the promoter of this event this year. I'm just the host center, basically, is what we like to call it. But no, super happy. Like, we've got a great turnout of men and women of all different ages, and yeah, it looks great for sure. Yeah.
Did you expect this kind of turnout?
Yeah, we have 3 months to prepare for it, so we did a little bit of advertising just between local gyms and just between Terrace Kidmat, Prince Rupert, Smithers, and yeah, so it's we figured it'd be the most successful one just because the time we had to put into it and that kind of thing. So yeah.
So when you're planning something like this, obviously, like, you have to be manning the person who is lifting and making sure when they're bench pressing. What is that like? And are you ever worried for the person that's lifting something?
No, like, most of these people have been coming to a gym or they're an athlete in other sports, so they, you know, their muscles are trained to perform in a lot of cases, right? So it's not something that they just picked up a month ago and decided to compete. And that's what we wanted to give everyone 3 months to prepare for. That way, even the more serious people could have a game plan to put together and hopefully set a personal record for themselves, right? So.
And we are seeing bench pressing and deadlifting today. What are some of the biggest differences between those two?
They're both compound movements, right? A bench press is upper body movement, right? So your feet have to be flat on the floor, your shoulders have to be touching the bench, and you're pushing the weight away from you, basically off your chest. Or a deadlift, you're picking the weight up off the floor, but when you're doing a deadlift, the most important thing to remember is to push the floor away from you, right? A lot of people try to lift the weight with their backs too much, but if you think about pushing the floor away, that's how people generate a lot more power with that movement too, right? So it starts the movement with your glutes and your hamstrings and your quadriceps, and the top of the movement is where you're working your spinal erectors and your lats and your upper trapezius muscle, that kind of thing.
Can you lift more with either one of those?
Yeah. A lot of times people are going to be a lot stronger on a deadlift just because it's more of a full body movement, right? Whereas a bench press is predominantly working your deltoids, chest, triceps, lats, whereas a deadlift's going to work pretty much everything from your calves all the way up to your traps, right? Because you're physically exerting a lot more force into the movement, right?
How much can you lift?
I don't deadlift a lot anymore, but I have pulled 705 before as a personal record, right? So it's just, but a lot of times I'm just, I still train a lot. I'm competing in bodybuilding, that kind of thing, and it's just, I love helping people too, right? As a gym owner, it's great to see people succeed, right? Whether they're starting off or if there's someone that's been taking it more seriously for a few months, right? It's just cool to see that progression and just the transformation they can make, right? And just the confidence it brings out in the person, that kind of thing. So.
Open Connection will be right back after these messages.